and things that we might be able to pass on to Wizards about like events or rewards or things that you guys want to see or maybe want them to try out and whatnot. So I know Ace for us said that he wanted to see some vintage stuff, so we might look at getting a vintage deck. Yes, vintage. I don't worry. I remember all about that vintage. I can Black Lotus. Okier Black Lotus for lethal, because that didn't happen in a major tournament. I know Garo was saying more talk about like news events that are going on. Because like this week, we had a lot of MTG news stuff that came up. So we might look into do something along those lines of just talking about, hey, what's going on this week in Magic. That's who. Oh wait, okay. You can't. What news? Like the player getting banned for not disclosing who gave him the information for the MPL league stuff. Like double masters being announced, like those kind of things. Just like news in the Magic area. Also, possibly trying to figure out reasons that certain cards like spike really hard. That's something I've always kind of wanted just to check because like it seems sometimes cards just spike out of nowhere, and it's not even like reserve list cards. It's like this card just like doubled in price. Is it because someone listed something ridiculous just to raise up that medium price or what? That's something that I've always been curious about. We are gonna have a video series on our YouTube channel talking about our experiences with the online store. Mr. Bubble on that one, yeah. Like, oh man, Inverter of Truth was definitely one of those cards. A lot like Dark Depths was. Like Dark Depths always had the potential, but it needed another card to be printed for it to be really good, right? Like Dark Depths was awful until Vampire Hexmage was printed, and then Dark Depths was amazing. But before that point, it's like, okay, I have to invest so much mana into this to get a 20/20. It's not worth it. So I mean, that's something also we could talk about is like cards that have potential. If something is printed along certain lines, that'd be fun to actually look into. So I see, we're gonna talk about our online store. If any of you guys are thinking about starting an online store, want to know more information about it, we're having a video series on that on our YouTube channel. Unban Deathrite. Good luck. I mean, Deathrite's not banned in Pioneer. You can play it there. Any suggestions that you guys want us to maybe pass on to WotC? Maybe, if something like this, right? We're like, hey, if we have direct challenges, we'll have extra codes that we can give away, or we'll have like packs or arena prizes of some kind that we can do. You can't have death. Oh man, we're about to have some chat brawls up in here. Lands do not have land typing. I mean, that would have been a cash. Yeah. I mean, it's something I can pass along, but I don't. I mean, that's. And that's something I think they might look into, because if you have it with that same restriction, then it doesn't really step on the toes of the legacy or vintage players. So I mean, that's something they might look into in the future, and also might be something they just maybe want to print in another set, just so they have cards that people are going to want to. That Wizard, because Wizards doesn't recognize the secondary market, so they make their money on the sealed products and whatnot. Um, Zeb, when you say like physical promos for MTJ, so like if you get to a certain point, they'll like mail you a promo, or like if you can elaborate on that, 'cause I mean that's a very wide range thing. So like if you get to a certain rank, you get like you can sign up to get sent. What's the format? I See, I didn't play a whole lot of the Xbox. Oh, okay, like those. Yes, okay. I understand what you're saying now. So like, I got you. Yeah, I mean that's something we can definitely pass along and see if we can maybe get some. Oh, that would actually be kind of cool, right? Like, it would be a way to also for them to promote, I guess, Arena, right? Like, hey, if you do comic, what scavenging news? Uh, yeah, I say scavenging news was a. No, I thought scavenging. Uh, I thought Scavenging Ooze was a commander card first, and then it got printed into a core set. I thought that's how that worked. Anyway, getting off topic. So, it's a media promo. There we go. Thank you. Anything else? I know a big one that Elwin always says is like having arena codes and regular like having a shot at an arena code and a regular booster pack would be nice. Not necessarily putting them in every single one, but hey, like a third of this box is going to have arena booster pack codes, or like a codes to unlock certain cards, or certain I guess for arena foils, like the alternate art, or like the alternate art cards, like things like that would be nice, and it wouldn't cost them really anything either. Yes, Scavengers was a commander card first. I know. So you say lift the cap. I know. I think the cap right now is at 10. So you're saying like up it to like 15, 20. I mean, if you want to give me like a reasonable number, I can kind of like throw out there to them. They might listen because I know a lot of the codes like they give away like so that a lot of the codes they give out for each set gives you 3 booster packs. So that's already like 3 codes down out of the 10. So then you're looking at cash in 7 more. It's just kind of like 285. I was thinking like 20 or 25. I feel like 25 would probably be fine because like 25 packs it gives you effectively with pull ratios that gives you 20 roughly 22 rares and 3 mythics, not counting wild cards and anything else. I think that would be a decently reasonable number. That's something I can probably pass on. Um, yeah, it's. I mean, if they don't cap it, then I don't think they would put the codes in regular booster packs. I think they would just have like the FNM packs just have the codes. I guess that would be okay. Because it also gives content creators like us, and we get codes from them to be able to give away. Yeah, the cat is true. Um, so trying to think. So I know. Hopefully, within the next 2 weeks, we're going to be getting our 2 cases of mystery booster boxes. And I was talking with Gara earlier when we were just chit chatting in the Twitch chat here. We're going to be opening one. We're going to be cracking one of those cases open live, and we'll do our little booster box game thing. And the other one we're going to kind of sit on. So I guess we're going to see like if the boxes go up in price, down in price, with how many times they reprint in Mana Crypt and whatnot. So that'll be an interesting one. Is there any formats that we can reasonably maybe mention the Wizards about bringing to Arena? Like I know some custom shops. so any format that we can maybe suggest Arena. Obviously, like we know Pioneer is going to be coming in the next couple years. I think they said hopefully within the next year they'd have Pioneer on Arena. Obviously, it's not going to be able to have like EDH. What was the commander? Not the commander. The planeswalker. Where you got a legendary planeswalker and a legendary spell. They occasionally have Pauper Oathbreaker. Thank you. I could not think of that name. They occasionally have Pauper events. I think it's one of the things they cycle through. I think they cycle through like Brawl, Pauper, and some other like random ones that they'll have the events scroll through. Oathbreaker, I could maybe see them doing. So the problem with the Oathbreaker, right, is they would have to also limit that to the sets that you can get in Arena. So I don't. They would have to. They have to probably have a different name for it, but they could have something very similar where it's just like this is the set. Because Oathbreaker, I don't think is you can. Oathbreaker is not restricted in sets, right? So I think they have to have a way to restrict it in a set. So they have to come up with a different name for it, but effectively have it be the same thing. I like that as an idea. Oathbreaker. Hey, all right. So all right. Anything else you guys want us to maybe consider for for content or pass on to Wizards or if we get Magic Fest going again? I know we definitely want to buy Ace. I know we definitely want to try and do more things like we did with Magic Fest Portland, where we're just kind of like, filming what we do throughout the day. How would you guys feel about us doing something like a series to see if you can actually make money going to a Magic Fest? Because that's something that me and Ben were talking about. I don't know about live streaming. So the issue with live streaming is the setup that we would need is definitely out of our budget constraints. But we could probably do like a daily series and upload the videos at the end of the day. But we were talking about doing a series to see if you could actually like make money at a Magic Fest, right? So if we were thinking about Magic Fest Vegas, right? So like take into account how much money we spent on flight, hotel, and then like have like a food budget, and then whatever we paid for the packages, and seeing if playing all the side events that we wanted to do, if we can actually make money. So it's not like I'm saying like it's not the equipment, it's the actual like having a good enough connection while you're in there to live stream without frame rates dropping. Typically, you want a Gunrunner pack where you're having multiple phones for the up and downloads. Yes, so yeah, but yeah, so if Magic Fest Vegas is still happening, that's definitely a series that we were thinking about doing. And if you guys something you definitely want to see and know, we would definitely be more than happy to do that. Because I mean, like Vegas is going to be more costly, but also like that's where a lot of the artists go. That's where a lot of like the cosplayers, which I mean, I would probably do a couple of cosplay things because that's just fun. Things like that. Also, if I think if we ever move into the house that we're supposed to, how would you guys feel about cosplay content, like us building the costumes or the props that we're going to use to go to Magic Fest for cosplay? Like, as most of you know, I have the Urza one mostly built. I need to update the Paldromes on it to be a little more size appropriate. But I mean, things like that would also be something that we want to know if you guys are interested in or not. Sapphire necklace. Oh, that would see like I wouldn't think of things like that. See, I would think like actual like character cosplay things, but like yeah, like Oh man, See, Zed, this is why we keep you around. Not just because you're pretty. Sometimes you have some good ideas too. Could be fun. All right. Well, I do appreciate you guys watching our first official content creator stream. We will. I said my partner Ben's gonna be streaming some Brawl tomorrow and probably some drafts as well. So if you tune in for that, that would be great. But until then, we'll see you guys later. Bye.